So my speech is for a toast to my younger sister for when she graduates high school. It's not this year, it's next year, but this is for her basically. I don't remember being told that I was gonna have a younger sister. I can't remember if I were excited or a little bit angry that you were gonna take all the spotlight from me. But I know that a lot of my good childhood memories have to do because of you. Um, we would constantly make little YouTube videos together showing off our school supplies for each school year. We would make music videos. We would just all these like little memories and stuff. And we'd bond over picking on our older sister, or we would bond about like random little things like that. I would force her to like ask my parents to take us places, so because she would most likely get the yes and she was the littlest. But now you're graduating, and seeing you walk across the stage, I can't help but question, where has time gone? I remember when we first learned how to ride bikes, and we would constantly have little races around our yard. And now I remember when you got into high school, when you were a freshman, you would ask me, "Can you pick up me and my friends? Can you take us to Dutch? Can you?" And now you're driving, and you don't really need me anymore. And slowly, all my big sister duties are slowly being crossed off because you're learning how to do everything for yourself. And it's also bittersweet to see you grow. I know high school hasn't always been the easiest for you. I've watched you stress over tests and finals and friendships and boys, and seeing you slowly overcome everything is such a bittersweet feeling. Like, you don't really need me anymore, and you're growing up and you're figuring out who you are, and you don't really need to steal my clothes because now you have your own, and you don't need me to drive you places, and you don't need to ask me for money because you're doing that all by yourself. And I remember when all these little things, like I remember you needing me so much and you constantly wanting to be with me, and I would be like, oh my goodness, leave me alone. Like, I have my own friends. Like, I don't, and now I find myself trying to hang out with you and your friends, like, oh, well, let's go to Dutch, or like, let's go do this, and you kind of just became like this little girl who was constantly bugging me to becoming one of my best friends. And it literally seems like yesterday you were barely going into high school, and now you're graduating, and now you're making your own plans. And I wish I could tell you that it gets easier, like everything in life gets easier after high school, but it doesn't. And I know that you are so strong, and you're going to overcome everything, and I know you're going to do something so great. I see you in the future, like having your own business and doing everything, because that you've always been that person. You've always been the go-getter. You've always been the type of person who just does it. When me and Lucero would constantly struggle, you were the one, well, I want to start to learn how to do nails, I'm going to learn how to do nails. Or if I want to roller skate, I'm going to learn how to roller skate. Like, you've always been a little entrepreneur. When you would sell slime and you'd make bracelets, and now you do nails, and it's so crazy to see how much you've grown. Because in my eyes, you're still 10 years old, In my eyes, you're still the little girl I would fight with, and now you're grown up, and now you drive, and now you're graduating high school. And I've seen how much work and effort you put into high school. I've seen how much you put into the clubs you're in, and I see how much your passion truly strives you to become such a wonderful person. I can't help but be so proud of you, and I know you're going to accomplish so much in college, and I know you're going to constantly do great, and I know you're going to change the world, even if you don't know it yet, because you are just always been that type of person. You know how to light up a room. You know how to bring out the best in people. You even know how to bring out the worst in people. But that's just who you are, and watching you grow up has been one of the best things ever. I'm so proud to be your older sister. I will always talk about you, always talk great behind your back, always lift you up, even when you aren't around. And I hope you know that I'm always going to be there, regardless of how far we are from each other. I hope you know that even if I don't ever tell you this, or even if we're always arguing or something, you are one of my best friends, and I love you to the moon and back. And, every time I listen to Never Grow Up by Taylor Swift, you are the one thing that crosses my mind. You are truly the best thing that ever happened to this family. You are the light of the family. Even if everyone who thinks you're so angry, you are not. You are so great. You are so wonderful. You are the type of person to always worry about everyone, and I want you to know that we're always worried about you. We love you as much as you love everyone, and you're going to strive, and you're going to do so great in this world, and I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you for graduating high school. I love you.